Hi friends, today I am discussing about the code implementation, how to deploy a object detection or object classification model into Google Coral device. So first I will talk about the Google Coral device. So what is a Google Coral device? It is an edge device from Google company. It works based upon TPU. It consists of TPU. So it is an edge device for deployment purposes. Uh, so so today I discuss how to deploy model in a Google Coral device. So first I will talk uh, starting. Uh, so we are uninstalling the TensorFlow and we are installing the TensorFlow nightly. The main difference between TensorFlow nightly and TensorFlow is if you have any if TensorFlow consists of any bugs or errors, they will not the TensorFlow team will not solve or resolve immediately. The advantage of TensorFlow nightly is it every day it updated automatically. That's why it called nightly because every night it updated. And these are the importing libraries: TensorFlow, OS, NumPy, and Matplotlib. So first, if you want to do anything, we require data. So I am importing or downloading the data from the Google APIs. So this is the URL. You can paste the URL or you can write like that, and it is in zip or another format. First, we need to download all data in this URL. So that's why I'm using this method tf.keras.utils.get file. In the original, we need to give the where where the data is located. In FNAM, we need to give file name, and if you want to extract, then you should give a true. Then we need to store all this data into one variable. So I combine these flower photos into this file. Then it will be then data is loaded. Next, because this is it consists of only 100 images. If you want high accuracy, we require more data. Then the model will perform better. So I am doing image augmentation. So I will divide data into train and testing. So data. If you want to do image augmentation, we need to import image data generator. This is the code, and this I am converting into grayscale 0 to 255. Scale is equal to 1. This is the I am converting. So I am splitting data into some 80% train and 20% test data. For training purpose, we need to do extract the images for training. So from data agenda flow from directly, we need to go with the data file name on target size because image size targets it. In which size the image should be like I gave 224 because this mobile I am using MobileNet model. Uh, so it requires input in 224 cross 224 and giving batch size subset training. It is for training. I am giving training for validation. It is also same like that. Instead of training, we need to replace validation. So it consists of totally 2,939 images for training, belong to 5 classes, 731 for testing. See, batch size. So, so we need to know which flowers are there. So for this reason, I sorting based upon indexes, and I put those flavors into this file. I will tell after why we are opening this file and storing these names into this file. And if you want to know what are the flavors in the file, we can write like that. This cat means category. So what are there? It shows. So then we have data. Then we need to build the model. So for this, I am using MobileNet V2. Why I choose MobileNet V2? Uh, because we are deploying a model on edge device, model in edge devices. It doesn't have more memory to process more number of parameters. If we have more images, then the number of memory required to store or train that images will be high. Because if you take high resolution image, then the matrix size will be more, then number of pixels will be more, then number of weights will be more. To process that, edge devices don't have that much memory, so we need to reduce the memory. So for this, I am using MobileNet. In mobile, if you want to know about the MobileNet, I did one video on MobileNet. You can go through, you can understand. Then we need to give the data, image, the shape. So I am importing MobileNet version V2 from Keras applications. Input shape. We need to give the input. So what is the shape? We write in this weights. It's already pre-trained model, no? So it trained on ImageNet weights. Base model or trainable false because because why do false? Because I need to, because they trained an ImageNet data set. They have their own classes. Because I have only 5 flavor classes now, so I need to do false because I need to train this model on our own classes. That's why I'm doing false. I write false. So after we need to import tf.keras sequential because it is a sequential process. That's why I'm importing sequential. And after base model, this is the base model variable I give MobileNet V2. After we need to write our own layers like conv2d, write extra conv2d layer and drop out. It remove it. Yeah, it is a technique which drop the neurons which are unuseful. How it removes? Because if weights are very less and it is the weights in can't updated, it removes that weights and global averaging pool. And finally, we have 5 classes now. It is a classification problem. I am importing softmax. Softmax activation function. It gives output as a probability 0 to 1. Then we need to compile the model. Optimizer, I'm using optimizer to improve the performance. Atom optimizer. If you want to know about the atom optimizer, how to implement atom optimizer, I did one video on atom optimizer in my playlist. Please go through that. Loss categorical and matrix accuracy. These are if you are doing regression problem, then this loss function and matrix will be changed. Or if there are other types of losses also, you can select based upon our problem. And if you want to how many layers and how the this output will be, you want to know, we can go this line model summary. It gives a summary of the model. So total parameters, trainable parameters and non-trainable parameters. Why we trainable parameters? Because we are stopping some layer. That's why non-trainable parameters are more compared to trainable parameters. because we are freezing somewhere more layers now. That's why only top last 5 layers will be trained. If you want to know number of trainable weights, then this is number of trainable dot format of length of model dot trainable weights. So if you want to, so we are fitting the model. We are doing training. This is the code for model outfit train data for training. How many epochs you require? Length of train underscore generator. I'm giving like this steps per epoch. And epochs, how many epochs you can increase based upon loss. Validation data validation for validation purpose. So the model is training. So I got validation accuracy. The accuracy. So there is a lot of difference between train accuracy. So we need to look in visual. So this is the code. History is our variable and dot history. History. This method gives the results. History dot equals which one you know about accuracy and validation accuracy losses. So we are doing what this is a figure size. How much figure you require? You can give like that. Plot dot subplot 2 comma 1 comma 1. I will tell how why I given like this because because I write two different types, one for accuracy and one for loss. That's why I am taking because how many figures you want, then you can give and how much it require. So only one figure for each. So I write like that and which figure first. If you want this figure first, you can write like that. I am plotting accuracy, validation accuracy in the same plot. And it is I want validation loss will be second image, so I put 2. So see, from these results, you can say training accuracy is more, validation accuracy is less. And for increasing the number of epochs, the training accuracy will be increasing and validation accuracy will be not changing. And for increasing the epochs, training losses are reduced and validation losses are not changing. And from the training loss are very less, and validation loss are very more. We need to validation loss should be less than the training loss. We need to do that one. That's why we need to do fine tuning. So I am fine tuning the model. So we need to know how many layers in the base model. Base model is means I am importing this model from Keras, and that is the base model. So I am freezing the 100 layers because I am fine tuning. So I am tuning the last 55 layers. So I am using bit freezing before 100 layers. We can do based upon our requirement. If you want to do more, all the layers, there is no use because based upon the last layers, you can get the output. So I am fine tuning based on model or triangle is equal to true and unfreezing the we are unfreezing the bottom of under layers fine tune. So from how many layers we need to do, which layers you need to do fine tune. I am selecting last 55 layers. So I am writing like that for layer and base model dot layers. We up to these 100 layers. This model is not right. So we need to unfreeze. We need to freeze the 100 layers. So that's why I'm writing like that. Liola triangle is equal to false, then this underlays will not train again. So how I fine tuning, because I am giving the lending rate, the default is point not one. I am giving this one. I am again showing length of triangle where it's 60. So let's see what is the loss. Accuracy, some change compare, some change happen compared to this one, compared to this one. Also, you can change, you can give different values of lending rate. Then you can change, for, I give it to for your, I leave it to you. You can do so. Next, this is the important thing. If you want to deploy any code into edge devices, we need to convert code into TF Lite. Then the model size will be reduced. So this is the code to how to convert the model into TF Lite or TF dot Lite dot TF Lite converter from. I am using Keras model now. That's why I'm taking this method. If you are not using Keras, you are using another, you can write. You don't need to write from Keras underscore model. You can select another method. Then this is, if you after we need to convert, then this is the code line to converter dot convert. So I am storing our model into this file name. So I am converting, I am storing, and our model should be also very less size. So I am doing quantization. And if you have images, we need to, if we have any floating point data in our data set, we need to reduce that floating to integer, right? Then memory will be reduced. So I am converting to int 8. So I am doing data to int 8 format, or data flow from floating to int. So this is this is our file. So in that file we have only 100 images. So far I write this loop for int range up to 100, and the iteration it read every image and it decode to 3 channels and convert into grade 255 into come out to 32. So this is because our model should be in floor 32. Our image in 32, our image is in 32 data type. After we need to do, no, we are unable. This is the quantization converter dot apply dot default. If you write default, it optimize up to default, where whatever default will be there. Like default, the model data type will be reduced up to defaultly. Then supported type dot intent. So we need to convert into int 8 now. So I am giving like that. Our output input and output should be also int 8. So I'm converting our data. This is this method I gave, this function I gave like in that. Hmm? So I am converting our data set. So after I am storing this into this file, then we can check the accuracy. So this is the code for accuracy. I'm taking argmax function reduction from output. It is our file or model in TF flight format. There is no specific API to check the accuracy. So I need to do inference. So I am doing like I am doing that one. So I am getting into I am getting into our input should be integer 8. So I am doing this on. This is for inferencing type. If you give any image, it can convert to input intake and it gives the accuracy. This is the interpreted or get output details. It gives the details and uh, image or image or input data details, input image details. Uh, so this is the accuracy. After up to this, we can do normally for any problems from this. For Google Coral, we need first if you want to run this code, we need to do install or download HTTP compiler. And then Google Coral is worked on Linux OS, so I am using this one. You need to for, for downloading HTTP compiler, you need to do like that. How I can run in HTTP compiler? If you have Google Coral, we can after connecting to power supply or after power supply, you can connect this Google Coral to your system. Then command prompt will you can open command prompt. Then add on command prompt. So you need to write this one. Then HTTP compiler will be run. It will be installing. After install, which model you have, you should run. You need to send this file to Google Coral using USB. After which model you need to run, then you need to give our model, which model you want. Then you need to write like that. Then model will be run. So input model input size 3 MB. Output is 3.1 MB. Shoot details. On-chip memory is it for catching model parameters for catching on-chip memory mining for on the optimal for streaming on cake mode of subgraphs for the number of operations and these details from the GPU. Then you can download the converted model and labels from. So we need to give these two files. We need to give these two files, and this is the labels file, and this is model train model name. After you can write like that, and this is the our task. I like the class image.py, and we need to go model. You can write any name, and this is the model, and this is the labels. And if you want to give input, you should write like that and give input which image you want. And this is the procedure. So after you can see output, then Google Coral will be detect. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel.